us, I'll replace those. Number save, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, let them keep the score. Ay, 16 cars in my front yard. Ay, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God.
Big numbers, big numbers. 100 in a bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist, man, check the wrist, man. Got him hot, ayy. Man, can't ball like this, man. Lord, past the big skin, but he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards. You just on your 5th grand. Run it up, 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 count it up. Ayy, 100s and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Ayy, she want it like me, cause I like she can count on him. She try to be nosy and hit up my ex. She like, girl, you can count on him.
Hey, hey, we need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, let them keep the score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God.
Big numbers.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to one of our favorite spots, venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with the Green Bay Packers. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run with a third-year man. This is Tariq Cohen. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Heck of a start. A 30-yard pickup on their first play from scrimmage.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Yep. Watch the slant. Motion, motion. Get it.
First carry for Mike Davis, the former Seahawk. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Hey, box drop, box drop. At the 34-yard line. Let's go.
On 2nd down now, it's Davis. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down.
He's telling right. Hey, seam 6, seam 6. Hey. Mike 35, Mike 35. I'm not ready. 35's the mic. Hey, Zoo. Hey, you don't want to see me. 5.
He'll look to throw. He's got his tight end, Burton. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Bears, 1st down. 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Here we go. Set. 15 line. 15 line. Check. Blue draw quarters. Crunch.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here.
At the 10-yard line.
35's the mic. Check tight end, check tight. Check tight. Snap.
2nd and 10. And that's caught for a Bear touchdown. It's the tight end, Trey Burton. 10 yards on the touchdown pass. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you got game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So first and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, 626.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion. You know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
Down. 60 outlaw.
First down, a run with Cohen. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurtling through them.
I'm here all day.
Check 93.
Back to throw now on first down. And he's got his man. That's Robinson. Touchdown, Bears. Allen Robinson there to make the grab as the Bears push further out in front. Extra point safely through, and it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. From the 29, Kaiser. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake. But I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play. He's checking. He's 61. Matchbox lights.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Cohen. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Set 30 base. Come on, come on, come on. Yes, yes. Hey, Echo. Set, go. Coming this way, coming this way. Set, go.
On 2nd down, it's Montgomery. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
Come on, set 90, roll. Push him back. Push him back. Now. Motion. 35's the mic. 5. Mike 35. Ready.
On 1st down, it's Cohen. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. From 17 yards out as the Bears push further out in front. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And the coach has decided to challenge this play. He has tossed down the red flag. This defense porous so far in this first quarter. They face another 1st and goal.
Hey, high 7. Mike's 50. Mike, go. Get it.
They'll run for it with Montgomery. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
They try again with Montgomery. And this Green Bay defense making that play look a lot like the previous one. Both tackles behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that is going to set up 3rd and goal.
We go. 10 Tucson. Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback. Mike 50, Mike 50. Watch the run. Hey, Charlie. Mike 50, Mike 5.
They're going to look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Cordero Patterson there to make the grab as the Bears push further out in front. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by heck. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, finding his way into the backfield. 21-0 our score after 1. The Packers with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 2nd and 14 upcoming. Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. And still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Now Jones. Finding room at the 30. And finally brought down at the 34-yard line. 15 yards on the play. First down. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Here's Kaiser. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Now this, of course, the 100th season of NFL football, and 17 matchups with historical significance have been picked throughout the season. And this is the first of them. Bears and Packers, the NFL's oldest rivalry dating way back to 1921, with the Packers having the all-time edge 96, 94, and 6 ties. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Kaiser, complete to Bryant. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Kaiser and the offense staying put. They're going for it.
58, boys, 58, 58, Mike.
On 4th down, they snap it to Kaiser. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's sacked by Khalil Mack. So they take a big chance here in their own territory, and you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room?
Yeah.
Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
Now, I know it's only a loss of a couple of yards, but when you get near the sidelines, just flip the ball out of bounds, incomplete, and save the yardage. Save the yards, not your stats.
Ready.
Finds the mic. Who there? Who there? Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight right. Tight right.
Yeah.
On second down, Montgomery. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 yards on the play, first down. There was a little space there, yes, but that was a well-executed run by the rookie.
It was, and he wasn't one of the higher-rated rookie running backs coming out. He's probably on the next tier. But let me tell you something. If he becomes more consistent and continues to have that drive to be one of the best, we'll see more of that in the future.
Ready, set.
51's the mic.
I smell fear in that offense. Big grip.
They'll run on first down. It's Cohen. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Go now.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Yo, go. Go.
14-yard line.
51's the mic, boy. 51.
2nd and 9 now.
It's going to be a long day.
And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up 3rd down.
I think it's pretty safe to say that when you're up 3 touchdowns, the last thing you want to do is hang one up there and put it in jeopardy and possibly get it intercepted. Got a nice lead. You should be able to protect it. But if you get careless with the football, look out.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Hey, Haywood.
51's Mike. Mike 51. Check right. Check right.
Back to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Now for the field goal try, here's Eddie Pinheiro. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And that stretches this lead even further. It's now 24-0. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
After the field goal, on to kick it away is Pinheiro. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay,
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup brings up 2nd and 2.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Let's go.
Kaiser to throw it. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
And that's now the second time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively, and you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
Let's go. 15 lining. 15 line.
Come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here.
Let's go.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
Here we go. Here we go.
Look at me. Go. 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 Ready.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
Here's second and 10 now from about the 32.
Bravo.
He'll drop to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. The Bears on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. They run Montgomery. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. He made his first attempt, this from 45. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And the lead increases even further. It's 27-0 now. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window? Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Khalil Mack in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up at halftime, it's the season debut of the coach, Jonathan Coachman, in Orlando, as we look ahead to all the action coming up this opening weekend. And of course, we'll also take a look back at this first half. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
7-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. Working out of the gun. Here's Kaiser. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Here we go. 18 Gator.
Yo, 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 yo. Yo!
Let's go.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Going for it all. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Second and 10 now from the 27.
That's what I do.
Fight.
Now a give running right is Montgomery. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
Recon, 152 fighter.
A gain of 9 brings it 3rd and 1.
Hey, Delta.
Mike 51. Mike 51. On the ball.
Protein spill.
Check 37.
Hey, orbit. Hit it.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. This is caught by Robinson. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Instead of a 3rd and 1 run, they go pass, and they get 12 yards out of it.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the former Bear, Adrian Amos. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Final play of the half, Kaiser. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
The final shot before break. Kaiser. And for the moment, this will be a first down. But we have a marker on the field. Let's see if this stands. So we have hit halftime of the 2019 opener from Chicago as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
We play to win. Let's go.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Watch the slant.
Now a first down carry by Jones. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, 64 yards. And the Packers get a score closer. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and that will shave one more off this lead.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Ready? 90, Wolf.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
Look at me. Zipper.
35's the mic.
Hey, Foxtrot. Foxtrot.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Go.
Motion, 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 motion. Mike.
Now a run with Montgomery. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. The tackle made there by Kyler Fackrell.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third.
Check the backer, check the backer.
Bang, bang. Hey, lock it. Bang, bang. Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. Go.
Looking to throw. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D. Man up, D.
They'll begin the drive with Sproles. And a productive gain out to the 14 after starting at the 7. It's a gain of 7.
Eddie Jackson brought him down.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
All right. Let's go.
Now Kaiser. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Khalil Mack bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight.
3rd and 7.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Watch tight. Tight is right. We got 3. We got 3.
From the gun, Kaiser. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, puts a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether there's man or zone, deep ball, short ball, and that was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They're going to run. It's Sproles. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
Parter, do we have a medic here? Can I get a cold compress from my head right now? Watching these play calls, I know they're in the red zone, but he's in his own red zone, not the opposite red zone to decide to go for it. How did this happen?
Hey, risky, but it paid off. I agree. You keep calling plays like that, you're going to need a lot of antacids on the sideline. But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. On the counter, here's Jones. And once again, he's going to be stopped up behind the line. 2nd straight play. Shades of the 85 Bear defense a little bit. On 3rd down, Kaiser. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up the first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Check 50. Check 50.
They go back to the ground with Jones. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 11 yards there, first down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
I'm coming.
A first down throw for Kaiser. It's caught here by Adams. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Packer first down. Kaiser now, perfect since the second half started, 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Jones. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. They'll go again to Jones. Tackle was made by Joel Iyiegbuniwe.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll run it with Jones. Jones breaking from the contact. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
On 1st down, Jones. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Back now at Soldier Field. It's the Packers who have the football, but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. And this is picked up by the Bears. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Now, that turnover might just about do it here. 4th quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
Exactly right. They played smart, a couple of 1st downs, and this one should just about be over.
Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
He's out of bounds at the 10-yard line.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Quick pass out to Miller. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Montgomery. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
218, chop.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 21-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 7. That's complete to Robinson. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half, 1st and 10. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Down. 15 line. 15 line. Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. You're out.
Shit. Watch the shit.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Five.
On play action, they'll throw. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's going to wind up and air it out. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jackson. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time. Fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, we're going to put some points up and have a little momentum going. They've got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go,
short-term memory,
and move on to the next series.
And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The Packers on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Kaiser. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Now Kaiser on 4th down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position.
Here we go. 60 outlaw.
Double tight, guys, double tight. 3 down.
Hey, exit.
Check down 3.
Snap.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. They'll throw here. Kaiser. Oh, Kaiser can't get away, and he'll go down. Khalil Mack able to record his 5th sack of the season. On 3rd down, Kaiser. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. He's picked off at his own 46, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. Well, I get it, Charles. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Down big. They just sent their receivers out, let it fly. But the defense, they were ready.
Yeah, and there aren't too many people left in this stadium that couldn't see that coming. But that's not a major criticism at all because you had to try it. What you're hoping for is one of your athletes out-athletes everyone else and makes a dramatic play.
They'll run on first down. It's Cohen. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. They're going to look to throw. This one into the hands of Burton. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Put that team on the
Hey, Alpha.
check. 93's the mic. 93's the mic. I'm on. Check. 93's the mic.
Go.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Flushed out right. Robinson's got it. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 16 yards, a first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got it first and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided.
Hey, Echo. Ready.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is going to be Packer football.
We'll give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but it's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
Instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. There to make the tackle, Khalil Mack.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
From the 16, Kaiser. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
I remember throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. But they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. Kaiser to throw for it on 4th. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Khalil Mack. And defensively, that might just seal a Week 1 victory. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Again, it's Cohen. A great move, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Hey, you got 3.